What's going on, Baltimore? It is the CoolB'more driver coming at you once again. It is now 4:30 a.m. on the 11th of February. I'm actually recapping the 10th of February. So it was a good night, despite how it started. So when I started, my first two rides is what made it start kind of rough. So I started off, obviously, not too far from where I live at in Pikesville. And the first ride request that I got was really weird because as I was pulling out of my house, I got a call to go to the Milford Mill train station, subway station, to pick up a lady. And when I got there, the marker was off. Like, it was saying a meter at the train station, but it was like pointed towards the woodsy area of the train station. There's nothing back there but woods, obviously. So I called her and I was like, well, plus the subway station was closed. So I was like, all right, unless you were dropped off here by somebody, you're not here. So there was one guy standing out. Wasn't him, because the name could have been a male or female. He was like, no, it's not me. So I actually called, and when I called, no answer. So the lady, it ended up being a lady. She called me back, and she was like, did you get a call from me? And I said, yeah. I said, so where are you? So she says she's not even close to Pikesville. She was in Lutherville, which is Timonium. So, she was really nice. But it, kind of got to me a little bit, because I was like, all right. But she sounded a little elderly, so I, let that go. And she was like, go ahead and cancel the ride, and take the cancellation fee. She's like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with the app. So I just recommended to her to, see if there was an update on her app or something like that was available, to see if that helps fix the problem. So then, as I close that ride out, I get another call, maybe about a mile and a half down the street from the Milford Mill train station. So I pick up a young lady, and she's getting ready to head downtown Baltimore. So, probably about a $15, $20 ride. And as soon as we got maybe about a mile away from where I picked her up at, and she got a phone call. And luckily we were sitting at a light, and it was someplace where I could turn around. And she was like, sir, can you turn the truck around and just take me back home? So I was like, okay, no problem. So took her back home, and that ride ended up being like $3 and some change. So my first two rides didn't start off well. It ended off being like $7 in the first like 34 minutes. I mean, I guess it's not bad, but, I probably could have been on other rides, but, things happen. So you let those go, and you push through your night or your day. And that's exactly what I did. And so, I picked up a lady and her grandson, took them home. That started off my first double-digit ride. And then I just went downtown Baltimore because it was the guaranteed surges. So I hit downtown Baltimore, and bam, back-to-back-to-back rides. And most of them were relatively short, with the exception of a few, but they were all anywhere from $5 on up. I think I had one that was like $4.97 or something like that, but most of the rides were like $5 and up. And so it was coming to be the last flight coming into BWI. And when I looked at the queue, I thought the queue was off, because all day, or at least when I started at 6:30, the queue kept saying, 40 cars, then it dropped down to 30 cars and 24. And I was like, what is going on? So I was like, well, either the queue is off or it's not. One or two. So, and it kept being steady. So I get out to the airport maybe about 11:30. And, the flight, well, actually it was about 12. The flight had come in, but there were only like 17 cars there. And so I got in, and I think I sat maybe about a half an hour, got a ride. The ride took me towards the College Park area, and that's where I stayed. So I drove, I did that ride. I did an Uber pool ride, and then the rest were Uber X, single, couple, just one or two people getting in. And my last ride was about 3:15 in the morning, and I was done. So my night ended off at $163 and some change. That included a $5 tip, plus some ladies. Actually, let me go back. So one of my rides from downtown, when I first got downtown Baltimore, it was some ladies that were at a hotel. They had just watched a concert, and they were coming back up to my neck of the woods, and it was a guaranteed surge. It was like 1.4 or something. So I brought them back up to a hotel where they were staying at here in Pikesville. And then I caught another ride that was heading back down that way, which was crazy. But it was great. But all in all, I ended my night at $163 and some change, and that $5 tip. And then those ladies that I picked up from the hotel downtown, brought them to a hotel in Pikesville, they gave me a $6 cash tip. So I ended off my night at $169 and some change. Very satisfied with that. About 7.5 hours of actual online time. So not bad. And that just goes to show, again, like I said in my other videos, push through. Even though your night may start off slow, may start off a little rocky, or your day, persevere, push through. And it will get better, because my motto is somebody always needs a ride. Somebody always needs a ride. So it's about, sometimes it's about being patient, and sometimes it's about being aggressive, as in, driving in places that you may not normally drive in. And I normally don't drive in Baltimore City until late at night, when it's not that much traffic out there. And people are moving around more so, because they're trying to go to the clubs, go to a friend's house, something like that, go to a show, something like that. So that's when I hit downtown, and it's a relatively shorter shift, but greater numbers as far as rides, and better surges, with the guaranteed surges. So awesome night. I'm happy with that. Tomorrow I'm taking a day off, or today I'm taking a day off, spend some time with my little ones, and I'll be back on it Monday, and then I'll have 2 days that I have to take off, because I got some things to take care of on the military side of the house. And then we'll be back at it Thursday, Thursday throughout the rest of that weekend. So, I hope everybody that was out there driving tonight was just as fruitful as I was, or even more. And I hope everybody is either, who drove today or tonight, is either home with their loved ones, or will make it home safe to their loved ones. Watch your surroundings. Again, if it's a neighborhood that is iffy, don't accept the ride. You don't have to. Get out of there, or don't accept the ride and move on and go someplace else. All right? So this is the CoolB'more driver. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to get a couple hours sleep so I can get up and spend time with my little ones. And then I'm going to figure out some computer needs that I have to get. Hopefully I can get it done in the next few months. So, CoolB'more driver out of here. Have a great morning. And for those of you who are going to go out and drive today, it's supposed to be rainy most of the day, if not all day. So be careful out there. All right, everybody, take care.